Fresh and hot. Yeah.
Oh, wrong. Okay. You got two of them.
Good. Better turn those fast now. Okay.
Oh, try. Woo! Just doing it, not too far away. Too bad. Where are we? Oh, I'm the Just throw those little things so we get down there.
I'm great.
Oh, close.
Okay. What? See, hey, Leigh. Here's a nice, brand new, fresh plate for you.
Oh, thanks a lot there, Ada.
I don't know where you put it all.
Over there.
You know me, I got a hollow leg.
Well, you don't have to eat it all, you know. There's plenty of food.
Well, I'll save some for the rest of you.
You try to do that, all right? Whoa.
Okay. We'll get it quick.
Okay.
Let me get it. No, all right. Careful, just leave it.
You remember Foursquare?
Leave now.
What?
You know, you...
How come? The party's still going pretty strong.
Lee, I'm tired. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get some more.
You're not really having a very good time, Mark.
I wonder what gave you that idea.
How come?
I don't know these people, and I don't feel very comfortable.
Well, try talking to them. They're really very nice.
I'm sure they're very nice. I just don't feel like...
Hello there. Come on, Leigh, relax. I'm going to bite you.
Not what I'm afraid of.
What then?
I don't want any lectures today, Denny.
Oh!
Promise.
Hey, I just beat the pants off Jerry in horseshoes. You may want to play some basketball?
I'll play.
What about you?
Wow.
I'll come back to it. Let's go, Larry.
All right.
You want this? Sure you don't want that?
Hey, you guys missing anything?
Yeah, the basketball.
Ow.
Thanks, Marianne.
I think it's just going to take a little time until he comes around to you.
Sure you can.
I know. Just wish he'd let me get close to him. I know I've been a problem for him in the past, but I'm trying to change.
I know you have. I think he's just still a little uptight about the argument between you and him about us getting married.
I didn't want to see you two make the same mistake Suzanne and I made.
Well, to be honest with you, I thought it might be something else.
Oh? What?
I thought that maybe you didn't approve of me.
That's not the case at all, Sally.
Can't do with his back.
I think Lee's very lucky to have someone like you. You're bright, pretty, and lovely. How many guys get a winning combination like that?
You mean that?
Of course. I'm sorry if you misunderstood me or thought I was trying to criticize you, or him, for that matter.
Thank you, Denny. That makes me feel a lot better.
I'm glad. No, I just wanted to be sure that Leigh had really thought this thing through before he got into something like marriage. You both have plenty of time. Just make sure it's what you want to do.
Okay. Which way? Going?
This way.
This way. Okay, ready? Yeah. Go.
Running late. I'm sorry I had to miss you in the studio.
How would you like to play fancy?
Oh, she'd love to. She just That's my big boy. Hi, handsome. Well, listen, where have you two been? I thought you weren't coming.
Oh, well, Mitch had to finish up some work. Gosh, it's been a long time since everybody got together like this.
Yeah, hasn't it? It's nice. We ought to do it more often.
Yes, it's really nice.
February 24th, 1981. Unedited notes. Subject, Life of Mackenzie Corey. Chapter 7. Miriam Sanderson. I was barely 30 when I met Miriam Sanderson, a young widow with a small daughter. Her husband had been reported missing in action during the Korean War. It's hard now, looking back, to even recall what exactly brought us together. But I'll never forget what we came to mean to each other over the months we shared. I was attracted to her the moment I saw her. We became very close. A day wouldn't go by that we didn't see each other. We seemed to have so much in common. Miriam and I would talk for hours. Finally, the inevitable happened. We fell into an affair. Some of the happiest moments of my life were spent with Miriam. I wanted to marry her, but she resisted that, afraid that one day her husband would be found to be alive. Then she learned that she was pregnant with my child. We were going to be married the next day, but she left in the middle of the night. I never heard from her again. I spent months and months trying to locate her, but for me, she had disappeared from the face of the earth. I've always wondered if the child was ever born, and if it was it a daughter? Or was it a son?
Miriam Sanderson. Sandy Alexander. Alexander Sanderson. Corey. Liz. Hello, Jamie. Yeah, I'll be out of the office for a little while. I'm going to see Mac. Yes. Yes, I do have a lot to talk to him about.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
I don't know how you do it. Okay.
May I join you?
Sure, you want a beer?
Please. So how are things going, Mr. Blake?
Mitch.
And I'm Denny. No sense being formal, is there?
I guess not.
So how are things at the gallery?
Everything's fine, thank you.
No problems we can help you with?
There is one thing.
What's that?
It's possible I'm going to be leaving. And I want to make sure that there's no trouble with the lease.
Oh, shouldn't be any problem at all.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that.
You were thinking of moving then?
Well, it's just a possibility, nothing definite yet.
I see. You weren't by any chance taking pictures at the dock yesterday, were you?
Yeah, I was, as a matter of fact. How'd you know?
Somebody happened to mention that they thought they saw you down there.
Who?
I can't remember right now.
Do you know what's going on down there? There seems to be a lot of activity.
As a matter of fact, I haven't a clue.
Clarice and people. Marianne? Rick? Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
How are you?
And I guess we all finally got some sleep.
Yes, it's amazing what a couple of days' worth of sleep will do for you, right?
That must have been very hard for you.
Oh, it was, but thanks to you, we all got through it. Most especially Jamie. I don't know what we would have done without your help with him.
Excuse me, I'm gonna get something to drink.
I was really just doing my job, Rachel.
No, it was more than that, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Talk to you soon.
Hello, Rick.
Hi. Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, except this time it's a little bit happier occasion, huh?
Sure is.
You know, I think you're the one that's mainly responsible for proving that I did not kill Jordan.
Well, I wish I was, but I can't really take the credit. Some of the people involved.
Yeah. You know, it was during that trial I realized how many friends I really do have.
That's good.
But I haven't gotten a chance to thank you yet.
Well, don't thank me. It was fun. It was like solving a mystery.
It was a mystery.
I guess I watched too much television.
Well, whatever the reason. Thank you.
Jamie, did you find Sandy?
No, I haven't. But I have a good idea where he is.
Then you will go after him.
Mac.
Jamie, please, it's terribly important. I can't stress how important it is to get him back here. Not only for my sake, but for your sake, too.
For me?
Yeah.
How's that?
Jamie, I have something very important to discuss with both of you.
Can't you discuss it with me now?
Well, I'd prefer to have you both here.
Isn't there something you're not telling me?
What do you mean?
You know. The real reason you want Sandy back. The real reason you want to find him is because Sandy's your son. And you want him back here with you.
How did you know?
Mom told me. It's true, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, Jamie.
Sandy's your son. And both of you have known about it for a long time.
No, I haven't known for it a long time, Jamie. Not long at all.
But you knew. And yet you never told me. Sandy never told me. Why?
Jamie, Sandy didn't want it known quite yet. And besides, you have to understand something else. You were going through a very difficult time when I found out. I just thought maybe you couldn't handle it.
That I couldn't handle it? But I could have, Mac. I could have. I really could. You're not telling me. After all we've been through, makes me wonder.
About what, Jamie?
Whether you ever trusted me.
Oh, Jamie, it wasn't a matter of trust. We were concerned about what you were going through, concerned about your mental state.
Yes, I know. Don't tell crazy Jamie because he might go over the edge.
Jamie, I never thought of it like that.
Then what did you think, Mac? What? Did you think that I would be jealous, resentful, what?
I thought you might start to doubt our relationship, our father and son relationship.
But I'm not your son. Sandy is your son. You should have told me. You should have told me long before now. How can I make you understand that, Mac?
Jamie, won't you try to see it from my point of view?
I think I already have. You didn't think I was strong enough, stable enough to accept the news that my father would never, ever really be my father again, now that you had a natural son of your own.
No, Jamie. Please, it was not going to be like that at all. Please try to understand.
I do understand. That's the trouble. You never, ever trusted me. Ever. You never thought I was adult enough to deal with reality.
Jamie, now listen to me. You must not ever think that.
Well, what do you want me to think? What, that you did all this to protect me? Is that supposed to make me feel better about myself?
Jamie, I didn't mean to hurt you.
What must you think of me, Mac? You did hurt me!
I didn't.
You did!
Jamie. I didn't mean to, Jamie.
Now, that's enough. Please. Listen to me. You're upsetting your father now.
My stepfather. When he was married to my mother.
Jamie. Jamie, please come back.
Mac, please.
Jamie!
Lay back now. Calm down. You lay down, please.
Oh,
Russ will take care of everything. It'll be all right. Oh, Mac, please calm down. It will be all right. Mac, would you prefer to be alone?
No, I'd like you to stay if you can.
Of course. Would it help to talk about it?
I'm afraid it's too late to talk.
Mac, what happened?
Jamie learned that Sandy Alexander is my son.
Sandy? Sandy's your son?
Yes. He's a child I had by a woman I loved long ago. She disappeared when she found out she was pregnant, and despite every effort I could make to find her, I never heard of her again until I learned that Sandy was my son.
When?
That was just before Blaine Ewing's trial. Ada had pieced information together somehow, and then Sandy confirmed it.
And Jamie just found out?
Yes.
But how? Did Ada tell him?
No, Rachel told him.
Rachel?
Well, I should have told him myself long ago, but Sandy didn't want it known just yet. And besides, I was afraid to tell him. You know, he was having all those problems with drugs then. I didn't know how he would react to it.
Oh, Mac, you were only trying to protect him.
But that's why he's so angry. Not because Sandy's my son. Because neither one of us told him sooner.
Oh, Mac. Just give him time. I'm sure that Jamie will eventually understand why you did what you did.
I'm not so sure. I love that boy so much. I wouldn't hurt him for the world.
I know, Mac. I know. The pain will eventually heal. He loves you. You have to know that.
Yes, but he feels betrayed. It's very difficult to love when you've been betrayed. I'm afraid I've lost him. I've lost him forever.
Mac, I'm sure that you haven't.
Just what do you think you were doing in there?
Talking with my stepfather.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yes.
No, you were arguing with him, Jamie, upsetting him. He is in no condition to go through what you were doing to him. For heaven's sake, less than 72 hours ago, he went through major surgery.
I did.
Surgery that might have killed him had it not gone well.
Russ, I didn't go in there to upset him.
Well, you were doing a darn good job of it. Why, Jamie?
It was something personal, Russ. I've got to go.
No. Oh, no. No, not so fast. Mac is my patient. And before you leave here, I want to know what went on in there.
Okay. You know Sandy Alexander?
Of course I know Sandy.
He's Mac's son.
He's what?
You heard me. He's Mac's son. And my mother, Mac, Sandy, and probably half of Bay City have been keeping it from me for months, for a long time. Probably because they didn't think I could handle it. They thought I'd go over the edge or something.
Jamie, I don't know what to say. Mac must have thought he had a good reason for not telling you.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. You know what really topped it off? He asked me to go and find Sandy and bring him back here.
Bring him back from where? Where's he gone?
I don't know. Santa Monica, I think. He actually asked me to go and get him and bring him back.
Are you going to do it?
What, go after him? No. I've got a business to run and a life to get in order. And not as Mac Corey's son, but as James Frame. I think it's about time, and that's the way it's going to be from now on. So if you'll excuse me, I've got to go.
Get ready to leave. Yeah, do you have a minute? Sure. Well, Mitch and I have some good news that we want to share with you.
Well, terrific. Let's have it. I love good news.
Mitch has got a job opportunity in San Francisco.
San Francisco?
Yeah, Philip Lyons set up an interview for me for staff. And I think I'm going to take the job if I get it.
And, you'll go with him?
Of course I will.
Well, what about the custody hearing? I mean, you should be here for that. I don't think the court's going to like it if you... Well, they're not going to let you take Amanda until that custody's settled.
No, I know that. I've already talked to Brian about it. If the hearing hasn't happened yet, and he has to go, then he'll just go on ahead, and I'll join him with the children as soon as I can.
Well, what'll happen if you don't get custody of Amanda?
I will get custody of her. I know it.
Well, what makes you so sure? I mean, what good will it do if he's in San Francisco and you're here in Bay City? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense at all.
I'll play with you, honey, but after the party.
About ready to go?
You must be kidding.
You didn't have any fun at all, did you?
No, I guess I didn't.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
Was it really that bad?
Well, I did have a nice conversation with your brother. He's a nice guy.
Well, you really don't know.
Oh, will you cut it out? You know, I am really tired of you doing this. Give him a second
You mind if we don't
chance.
talk about
And
this
how come
right
you
now,
keep
Sally?
all the hostility going? It's not doing you any good.
Come on. You have to drop me off at the paper.
What for?
Because I have to work tonight.
Why?
Because I promised Mr. Lyons that if he gave me the afternoon off, I'd come back tonight to work.
That's my boy.
I'll only be gone a little while.
What am I supposed to do, sit around in that lousy little apartment till you get there?
Oh, I'm really great.
It'll only be for a little while.
You
Hey, good night.
Good night, Leigh.
Leigh.
All right. Oh.
Bye-bye, Sally. It's
Hey,
good
Sally.
to see you again, Sal.
You too. Bye. Bye.
Hey, Jer. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just can't seem to shake this headache. I guess it's tension from the new job.
Are you sure that's all it is?
Yes.
Well, I can't think of any other reason.
Maybe you should go see a doctor.
No, it's just a tension headache, that's all.
Well, you know, at least he can give you something to relax.
It's nothing. I'll get over it, all right?
Sure, listen, maybe we better go to work. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, okay.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I probably just got too much sun.
Well, that's good. We don't want you to be late your first night on the beat.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Jamie, what happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Something happened between you and Mac. Now tell me what it was.
I told you I don't want to discuss it.
Jamie, sweetheart, I know you're upset, and I don't want you to be upset. So will you please tell me what happened?
I confronted him, asking if Sandy was his son.
And?
Oh, of course, he said it was true.
So, are you still gonna go find Sandy?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to see him.
Jamie, Mac asked you to bring him back
I
here.
don't care. I don't want to go after him.
Jamie, don't you think you are being a little bit stubborn? You have to listen to reason.
I have listened to reason, Cecile.
Jamie, Mac must have had his reasons for not telling you. I mean, he knew about all of your problems, all your insecurities, the drug problem.
Why are you being totally insensitive to what I've been telling you, all right? I resent your attitude. I resent being treated like a child by Mac, by my mother, by Sandy, and now by you. I resent it.
Sweetheart.
What?
I'm sorry. Look, I only want what's best for you. Now, don't you think that if Mac wants Sandy back here, that you should go find him?
If he wants somebody else to go find him, that's fine, but it's not going to be me.
Oh, they were sleepy. They were sound asleep as soon as their heads hit the pillow. Looks like you're sound asleep, too.
I think they had a big day.
Mm-hmm. They enjoyed it.
Did you? Did you have a good day?
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice. Nice, but what?
Nothing.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Hold something back from me. I felt it all day.
I can't keep anything from you, can I?
No. So don't try.
I had to talk to Jamie today.
About what?
I had to tell him that Sandy is Mac's son.
Why do you say you had to tell him?
He remembered something that I had said to him.
What was that?
He wanted to know what I meant, and I didn't know what to do, so I didn't feel I could lie to him.
Right, well, that's good. What was it that he remembered?
Well, you know, when he was coming out of the detox unit, he had this theory that somebody had drugged him.
Right.
Well, at the time, I told him that if that's what he thought somebody had done, it could only have been somebody who had something to gain by it, because that's what you told me. I told him at that time that he shouldn't rule anybody out.
And he wanted to know what you meant? So how did he feel about that?
He was very angry.
Why?
Because we kept it from him. We didn't tell him, and we were trying to protect him, and now I've hurt him, and I don't know how to help him.
I think if you want to help him, you let him work it out on his own. I mean, it's his pain, and it's his hurt, and it's his anger, and he's got to deal with it. I wouldn't rush in there and fix it up.
Yes, but it's my fault.
It's not anybody's fault.
Yes, but we didn't tell him. It is our fault.
Okay, you made a mistake. But you know that now. And I know that you love him. And
yes, but he doesn't seem to think that.
come on, give him some credit. Trust him to understand that he knows that what you did out of love.
So I shouldn't go to him?
No. I don't think you should. I think you should listen if he wants you to. If you like, I'll talk to him.
Matthew's a very lucky little boy.
Where did Matthew come in?
Because he's lucky, because he has a wise father like you.
And a beautiful mother like you.
Clarice, did you get a chance to talk to Jerry today?
Oh, well, no, not much. I was busy at the barbecue. I don't think he was feeling too well, though. He was complaining about having a headache. What about you? Did you get to talk to him?
I tried.
You mean he wouldn't talk to you?
He doesn't want to have anything to do with me, Clarice.
I'm sorry, honey. I know how much that must hurt you.
Well, you know, I really can't blame him.
But he'll talk to you someday. He just needs time to get over it.
He's not going to get over it, Clarice. It's over.
I don't believe that. I know it hurts now, but he'll come around.
I just wish there was something I could do to make it up to him, you know?
Yeah, he's really going through a rough time. All we can do is try to help him however we can.
But if he shuts me out,
But
Clarice...
he won't do that forever. In the meantime, Larry and I can be here for him.
You know, I just realized why you joined the force again.
That's so why.
Because you missed eating at all those class places we used to.
Actually, you're wrong. That it was for the long hours of boredom, punctuated with a few brief moments of sheer panic.
Car Harry 4, Harry 4, 1059 in progress at 1189 South Regent Street.
Car Harry 4, we're on our way.
That's only a few blocks from here.
Yeah, it is. Let's go. Let me grab these.
How could you have told him sooner? I mean, he was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I mean, you didn't know how he'd react to it, Mac.
And then the drug thing?
Yes, I know, but with hindsight, now I know that I was wrong. I should have told him. Now, got to get Sandy back here so we can try to make amends to Jamie.
You know that he's very adamant about not going to find her.
Yes, I'm afraid he doesn't want to have anything to do with either me or Sandy anymore.
Oh, honestly, Mac, I just don't know why Jamie doesn't understand that you had his best interest at heart. I think it's just terrible the way he's been treating you now.
No, you mustn't blame Jamie. He has a right to be angry. If I could have just known how he was going to react.
Mac, there must be something that we can do.
I've got to get Sandy back here to help me.
Mac, why don't you let me go find Sandy?
You?
Yes. I know that I can convince him to come back here, especially if Jamie's in trouble.
You'd do that?
Of course I would. For you and Jamie.
But I don't think that Jamie would want you to.
Now, don't you worry about that. I can convince him that I have to go. That it's for everyone's sake.
But it might just make things worse if it causes problems between you and Jamie.
Mac, please don't worry about that. I know that it won't cause any problems. Now, as for finding Sandy, I don't even know where to begin to look for him.
Well, Jamie told Russ he thought Sandy would have gone to Santa Monica.
Santa Monica? Oh, that's right. He's from California, isn't he? That's probably where he's gone. Mac, I don't want you to worry about a thing. I am going home right now and pack. Bye-bye.
Cecile.
Yes.
I just don't know how to thank you.
Mac, you don't have to thank me. I would like nothing better than to see you and Jamie and Sandy all reunited again.
Hi yourself.
Going bowling?
Yeah, I thought we, could if you wanted to.
Okay, but I have to warn you that I'm the world's worst bowler, and it's just gutter ball after gutter ball.
That's all right with me. It only makes me look better.
Okay, I'll look at my jacket.
Wait a second. I want to talk to you about something first.
Well, you're getting kind of serious all of a sudden, aren't you?
Well, it is kind of serious.
Is something wrong?
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, what is it, then?
We've been seeing a lot of each other lately, right?
Yeah.
And I've been having an incredibly wonderful time.
So have I.
I look forward to seeing you over at work. As a matter of fact, sometimes I sneak up into the ECU just to get a glimpse of you.
You know, when I go into work, I always check to see if you've come in yet.
You do?
Yep.
Good. So far, so good. Now, we were married once before, and it didn't work out, and I am mostly to blame.
Now, Joey, part of that was my fault, too. I really didn't know what you were going through then either.
Well, I'm not here to put blame on each other. The bottom line is just that, we weren't ready.
There's a lot of pressure on our marriage, too.
I think you should know that I really do love you, and I want to marry you again.
Oh, Joey.
Then I don't want an answer now. I don't want an answer now.
You.
No. Listen. I'm going away for 2 weeks, right? And I have to go to this paramedic training. And what I want you to do, I just want you to think about it.
But I don't have to think about it.
I want you to think about it, okay? And then when I come back from the training, I'm going to ask you to marry me.
But you're not asking me now?
No.
You will ask me, won't you?
Yeah.
You sure you want to wait 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. There's something you should know.
What?
I love you. And I'll never stop loving you.
Cecile?
I'm in here, Jamie.
What are you still doing here? I called the... Hi.
Hi.
How are you? What's the suitcase for?
I went to see Mac at the hospital today, babe, and I wanted to tell him the way you felt, Jamie, that you really weren't angry at him.
Ask your question.
What?
What's the suitcase for?
I'm going away for a little while.
Where?
Jamie, you know that you are the most important person in the whole world to me. Don't you know that? Hmm?
Yes.
Well, I want you to know that, I know that Mac loves you very much. And I know you really love him, no matter what's happened. So, I'm going to go get Sandy and bring him back here, Jamie, and that way everything will work out, sweetie. It'll...
No.
What? Why not?
I don't want you to do that.
Jamie, I don't understand. It's the only way that we can straighten out this whole mess.
Well, maybe I don't want it straightened out.
Jamie. Honey, I want you to listen to me. I know that you were just saying these things because you're just angry and hurt. Isn't that right?
I don't want you to go.
Jamie. I don't want to go either. I really don't. But I have to. I have to for you and for Mac. And when I bring Sandy back, everything's going to be just fine. It's all going to be all right. We'll all be all right.
Look, how many times do I have to say I'm sorry? I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I had to work tonight. I'm sorry you were bored at the party.
I hated the party.
I'm sorry you hated the party.
Yeah, well, I hated it, all right.
Why? I had a good time.
Lee, it was ordinary.
What's that supposed to mean?
There were hamburgers and hot dogs and little kids running all over the place.
That's exactly what I liked about it. Everybody was acting natural.
Yeah, well, I guess I just don't like that kind of stuff.
Well, what do you like?
I like the kind of parties that Cecile and Jamie give.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You like all that plastic phony stuff?
Plastic? Lee, it was wonderful.
No, I didn't care for it. They didn't even have any real food there. They only had those little things with those toothpicks stuck in them. And everyone was acting so uptight.
How would you know? You never even talked to anybody.
No one wanted to listen. And besides, look at the way it ended, with Jamie being carted to the hospital.
Yeah, well, I don't think that was because of the party, Lee.
Well, maybe not. But you know,
What?
I had a lot better feeling after Clarice's party this afternoon than I did after Cecile's.
You know something? Sometimes I think that you will do anything to keep yourself from becoming sophisticated.
Well, if that's what you call sophistication, I guess I'd have won.
That's it up there.
Yeah, looks pretty quiet, too.
Yeah, but they're inside. Get your flashlight.
Yeah.
You think we ought to call for backup?
No, not yet. Let's take a look at it first.
All right, I'll stay here. You go call for backup.
No, you go. It's easier for me to keep an eye on the door from here.
All right.
I want you to get it here as soon as possible. 10-4.
Jerry! Hold it! Jerry! Jerry, you okay?
You will let me go, won't you? Honey, I only want to do it because I love you so much. I know that you'll let me go, won't you?
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.